Good afternoon. I went live earlier for the first time in, let's say, ever, and I'm back with another one this afternoon. I have to juice a watermelon, so I decided to turn on this camera and go live with it. So here we are. I'm not sure how many pounds this is. This seems pretty dense. This is March. It seems like Sam's Club is starting to get some watermelons in, and I'm like, you know what? This is what I need. It has many benefits. One is lowers blood pressure. It can help lower blood pressure. I did a podcast a few months ago, maybe about last year, that the benefits of watermelon juice. So yeah, I was probably about November, October 2023, the benefits. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Thank you for jumping in. And what you need to juice watermelon is a few things, right? First and foremost, a juicer. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can be able to see my juicer. So this juicer is, let's get this arranged. Yo, this is raw and uncut, folks. My Jack LaLanne power juicer. All right. So as you see, it's been worn, which is fine. At least I use it, right? So these are very, let's say, rare to find in stores, but eBay. If you're looking for one, go on eBay. I don't get a lot of questions, but when I'm looking at online in these fitness groups, people are asking for juicers. I tell them Jack LaLanne and eBay. So what I'm doing right now, this is going to be my pulp catcher, right? So I'm going to put it in here. This comes with a crescent tool where I unscrew the blade. And so now I am putting the paper bag, the plastic sack in the pulp holder, right? And I set it right here. Let me adjust my camera. Now, I have to do some finagling, right? I have to do some finagling into getting this whole thing set up, right? So here's what we do. Because of the height of the spout, or lack thereof, I only found a few things that can pretty much catch it. So I got a pot. That is going to be my catcher. All right. And so you're going to plug this up and boom. Okay. It's on right now, but that's not important. Now, what is important? Oops. What is important is your watermelon, right? Your watermelon. This puppy is pretty dense. So we're going to work on cutting this watermelon. So I'm going to show you how to cut this watermelon. And first off, what I need to do is get a container that can hold all of this stuff. All right. So I'm getting that, my knife and my cutting board. And my cutting board, even though this is a cutting board, I still feel a little bit better with that. So what I'm doing is that I'm going to towel. I'm going to wipe the outside off. I'm going to wipe the skin because I want to juice the skin. Why do I want to juice the skin? Because another benefit of watermelon juice is it has citrulline in it, and the highest parts of the citrulline is in the white flesh and the green flesh. Now, citrulline is good for blood flow, since I let you know that it is good for blood pressure. And fellas, this is good to stay strong. To stay strong, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, type in stay strong, stay strong. But no sugar added to it. This will help deal with any ED, erectile dysfunction, and just keeps the blood flowing. Keeps the blood flowing. Alrighty. So now that that's wiped off, now here's the cut. Here's the cut of how at least I do it. Now everybody does it a little different. But this is better for me as far as for when I juice, because I need the slices to be a certain type of uniform, right? So with that being said, my first initial cut. Let's get this right here. My first initial cut will be right here in the middle. So, cut it just like so. And either I can go all the way through or I can turn around and then start again. All the way down, and it's opening and it's opening and boom. So, this is what we got. This is what we got here. Watermelon doesn't have any black seeds. I mean, listen, you get what you get, right? I'm not on a farm or anything like that. I'm not going out of my way to try to find one that's got black seeds. So let's go ahead and set this somewhere else. Get some clean water going, which that should have been number one. All right, let's set this over here. Probably set it down. All right, so now we got our watermelon, as you see here. So now, I would like to cut mine. Sorry for that extra noise. Wipe my hands, try to keep everything clean as much as possible. Let's get a good view of what we're doing here. And this is barely on. I don't know why. All right. We're going to make it work, folks. Okay. So, what I like to do with my watermelon, since I've already cut it in half, now I set it down. Or what I want to do, I want to cut it in half. We'll cut it in quarters. Half, turn, and then another one. Right? So, right here, just line it up right here. And again, I can either force my way through it or turn it around and like so. All right. So let's go through a little bit more, one more time. Okay, so you kind of set that aside. Now, as you see right here, now what I'm going to do is cut it in half again. Set that. Now I'll have the choice to either cut this in thirds or cut it in quarters. So I'm gonna cut it in quarters. So down like so, move it to the side, down, and like so. Right? Now, this is how they will fit in the juicer. Some of them will, but you know what? Some of them won't. And I'll show you what I normally do for the ones that won't. So I'm gambling with those, but I got plenty of watermelon to cut for you, so we got plenty of time to get it right. So again, cut it in quarter, half, half, and then, another half. So I think this one will be able to fit in to the hopper, to the juicer, but I don't think this one will. So what I do, either beforehand or kind of like as I'm juicing, I would just cut it in half, just right there. That way this side goes all the way down, and so does this one. And you do it again, go through it. Now I've juiced enough watermelons to kind of know my system based off of my equipment. So once again, half, boom, boom, and boom. And so these are pretty big pieces. Let's cut that right down there. And I set that to the side. Now we're getting ready to juice, but we want to make sure everything gets cut first, because this watermelon juice doesn't take that long to actually juice, because it's not fighting against extracting so much pulp, since a watermelon is pretty much about 97% just water, and it has a lot of flesh in it. So this is one of my favorite things to juice, especially in the summer. And this one is a decent one. The white flesh isn't a white flesh so much. As you see right here, it's kind of a little bit, yellow or whatever, but something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. So let's go ahead and set this aside and get ready to juice. I just tasted one. It tastes pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Now, got me a pack of lemons. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those later. But I only need maybe one. So, with that being said, I'm running against the time. Alrighty. So, I'm going to bring this close. And what I'm going to do is, let's scoot this over here. Oh, I just stepped on a piece of watermelon and I don't have any shoes on. But, okay. So, I have to wipe that up. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I'm trying to make sure I get a good angle for you. Let me raise this up for you. Boom. Let me turn this around for you. Alrighty. So we locked in, right? So let's go ahead and turn this on. Doesn't really take a lot to get warmed up. Doesn't take a lot to get warmed up. And this is a very powerful motor and a very, very powerful juicer. I'm sitting up here texting. Alrighty, so here we are. So now it doesn't matter if you want to put the flesh side in first, but drop that in there, and you see, boom, watermelon juice. Now, you see, this is where, the rind is at. This is where a lot of benefits are at too. So this is why I do understand why some people talk about, man, make sure you buy organic fruits when you are juicing. Yeah, I get that. But what's available is what's available. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like this is completely void of any type of nutrients just because it is not organic. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged if you can't get to or afford organic fruits when you're juicing. All right, cool. So again, we're just juicing, and as you hear, it's kind of loud. Ooh, maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to slow down a little bit. But you see how quick this goes through. See how quick this goes through. Thank you for entering the live. We are juicing a watermelon. Now, what I'm going to do with this later, I usually drink like a smoothie or make a smoothie, a fruit smoothie before my workout as an option. I mean, I don't stick with just drink this smoothie before every single workout. Some workouts, your pre-workout, you may want some coffee. Some pre-workouts, you may want a protein smoothie. But this time, I'm juicing this watermelon so I can have my third option of a watermelon smoothie. Now I got some frozen fruit in the freezer, and I combine that frozen fruit with this watermelon juice. And just maybe since about last year, I've been adding a little bit of Metamucil to it. And I guess I got to do a tutorial on that one day on how to make that watermelon smoothie. But other than that, it's pretty simple. But this is very good to just drink on its own. But you got to be careful. If you drink too much, it might upset your stomach. I do know it's upset some people's stomach if they drink too much. And too much is like almost a gallon a day. You're not, at least I haven't gotten, had an upset stomach if I just drank like 32 ounces or even 64 ounces. You'll be all right. You will be okay. So I'm gonna keep juicing that. And then we're going to get our 1 lemon, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Show you what I'm going to do with this lemon. So I'm getting a lemon right now. I'm getting ready to rinse it off. Getting ready to rinse this lemon off. And I'm going to show you what this juicer can do. So I got me a lemon. I'm going to cut it in half. Now I'm going to use this as more like a preservative for the watermelon juice, because truth be known, since this watermelon doesn't look the freshest, usually this part is, more white than it is more of a green or yellowish color. It can tend to go bad faster. So what the lemon juice is going to do is act like a, preservative, right? So I'll get a lemon with a rind on it. And as you see, this juicer can juice the lemon. And usually what I do when I follow it up through it with something a little bit more, I guess, watery per se, so it doesn't, clog up the blade. So there we go right there. Now we're going to juice this other watermelon. I'm sorry. We're going to juice this other lemon. And we're going to throw in some watermelon, because this juicer can do that. So look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. So we got lemon and the watermelon. And I gotta put some elbow grease into it, that you hear right there, but it juiced the rind too. Doesn't taste bad in the grand scheme of it's predominantly watermelon juice. Now, if I didn't have this much watermelon juice, I could probably taste the bitterness of the rind, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we're coming down to our last bit of watermelon. And we're juicing. Okay, cool. Now remember, we got another watermelon that we got to cut, but I didn't usually put my towel down here, that way it catches and won't be dripping on my wall. So this is supposed to lock in, but it didn't. So I'm going to set that over here. That way, for the excess dripping. All right. And I'm going to get my pitcher, my watermelon juice pitcher, my pitcher for my watermelon juice. And if I can get this off, slippery fingers, slippery fingers, slippery fingers. So as soon as I can get this, I'm not sure why this is stuck on there. All right, cool. So now I got two options. I have an option to scoop it out, or I have the option to just pour it in. Which one should I do? Should I scoop it out or pour it in? Which one should I do? Which one should I do? But I don't have time to to wait right now. So what we will do is just pour it in there. Just pour it in there. As you see here, let me scoot this. Let me scoot this right here. And we're just going to pour it in. And so I like to make sure my bowl or whatever is over the top. And just a slow tilt. Just a slow tilt. And it's all about control. So earlier, see that? See how I messed up right there? So now, earlier I was working out. And oh my gosh. You see? I should have used the other one. So anyway, can't cry over spilled watermelon juice, can you? Right. So now that I got a big mess over here, I should have scooped it out, shouldn't I? I should have scooped it out. But kind of under a time constraint. And I know watermelon juice doesn't take that long to juice and clean up. That's the part about juicing. People, it's the cleanup part. Now, here's the thing. Now, you may see these videos where people juicing and they got their gloves on and everything looks all nice and neat. It ain't like that. It ain't like that in real life. Don't get it twisted. I've been seeing these other juicers, which is fine. Everybody uses what they use. but they're loading everything so slow they don't look like they can do what mine just did. So if you are looking to juice, make sure you purchase a quality one. Make sure you purchase a quality juicer. Thought I heard somebody at my door. But that was just me being paranoid. So that's all wiped down. Now, you see right here. Now I just put this up on and I put it in my refrigerator. I put it in my refrigerator. So now what I'll do, let me get back on camera. Alrighty. Oh, it's kind of crooked right now. Okay. So we got the watermelon juice, and I'm gonna juice the other one. But here we go. This is a gallon. This is a gallon, and this is off of half of a watermelon, so it can yield a lot. So let's pour a little bit. I haven't had any in a while, and this is great for pre-workout, post-workout. It's good. It's just good for you. I want you to click the link, and matter of fact, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I have plenty of videos on the benefits of watermelon juice, how to make a watermelon smoothie, how to juice a watermelon, how to make a watermelon smoothie, and my podcast about the benefits of watermelon. So I got a little watermelon juice, and it's coming from here. I just juiced a gallon of watermelon juice. That was a half of a watermelon. So I put lemon in it to make sure it's like a preservative, right? All right, it's not too sweet. It's not too bland. It'll be just right because I'm using this for my watermelon fruit smoothie. So with that being said, I still have to juice the rest of it, but you've seen it. And again, if you want to see more lives, please share this on your socials, and please just write me. I'll write on my community wall, respond back on my community wall. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. You'll see me doing workouts. You'll also see me doing juicing tutorials. And this is just pretty much, what I do. Either I'm working out, working with the client, or I'm cooking. So this is part of meal prep. And this is my second live period and my second live of the day. So I appreciate you being in here. Oh, somebody just left. But with that being said, this channel will eventually transition into a members only channel where we will have more meal preps, where we have more Q&As, where we will have more live workouts, and where I can help you at, wherever you need it in your fitness journey. So remember, if the weight of the world, or when the weight of the world is on your shoulder, and we know weight makes us stronger, simply chant more weight, more weight, more weight. Peace out.